Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Soulstones 2 playthrough. We are here. After going through the teleporter at Hyperion Lake, we have made our way up into the upper section, Route 5B, I believe. We have a bunch of Psychic-type trainers, and we are heading towards Mensa Village. I think we have a lot of trainers still to fight, though, so we're going to go ahead and fight those first, because XP is glorious and always needed. Oh! Why is the Clefable going Super Saiyan? Why does he have Goku hair? What is happening here? Is that meant to be like a star? Because stars, sky, night sky, space. Is that meant to be a star shape? The top point looks more like a horn. It reminds me of like Gossifleur or whatever, to be honest. Either way though, fairy typing, so poison move, bonk. Not full bonk though, it survives, but still, a decent bonk. We should keep in mind that this sprite exists though, because if we see this outline as a wild Pokemon, we do still need to catch one of these for the guy's side quest. I have not forgotten about his side quest. He is still chilling very, very, very far back towards the beginning of the game, and hopefully I will remember to go to him at some point, because he is still waiting for the fable that I did in fact promise him. You're just sending out everything weak to poison, so thank you. Good job, Gongoozler. That was a nice clean sweep. You love to see it. What's my Sludge Bomb? Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. I want Sludge Bomb over Corrode. We were having Corrode because I liked the fact that it was super effective against Steel types, but it is lacking in base power, and there are a lot of times when I'm just hitting, for example, that fight, where I'm hitting a Fairy type, right? And I feel like 20 base power is more useful than an extra super effective hit. If it was 10 base power, I would take the extra super effective, but for 20 base power, plus it also has a chance to poison, which would buff Venoshock and Phobia, I think Sludge Bomb is worth it. I do. I will take that. I would love to have 5 moves so that I could run, you know, the Corrode as well, but to be honest, we could just do with actually setting up the Toxic Spikes. That's what we could do. If we could do with actually setting up the things that we say that we're going to. We've already battled you. I don't think we've been over here, though. Hello. How was your journey across the route, my friend? Did the walk across a bunch of floating platforms invigorate your soul? No, it terrified me because I could stand really, really on the edge, and it was very nerve-wracking. Because there are points like this that are a little bit sketchy. I've played Peak, okay. I know I can stand there. I know it's safe as long as you push yourself into the wall. Hello. We have little Bulbasaur. I'm a student articling at the Mensa Village Weather Center. You should pay a visit if you get the chance. I check in. Nothing. Tragic. Hi there, would you happen to have a Yanmega? I'll trade you my Clefable in exchange. Oh. Okay. Alright. I should really make a mental note of this, because that would be a pretty effective way of getting a Clefable for that guy's side quest. Okay. I don't think we have a Yanma right now, or a Yanmega. It might be worth checking, just in case I've caught it randomly. But I don't think we've caught one. I think it was like Steel Yanma. I remember encountering it before, so we could go back and find one, sure. We'll see. We might do that. Welcome to the magical village of Mensa. The village of magic and mystery, as it were. Oh, man. I think I'm gonna be sick. The residents of Mensa would thank you to clean up your own vomit, young man. I got really scared when I was reading that because my eyes skipped ahead to thank you, and I'm like, the residents would thank you? What kind of freaky place is this? Sorry, I'm not a fan of heights. I mean, I don't think we can see any heights from here. We're surrounded by trees. We should be good here. Wow, Artie, way to lose your cool. Sorry, now, why did Pierre want to meet with us up here of all places? An excellent question. I'm intrigued to know why he's called us here himself. I figured if it's leyline related, it must be important. Indeed it is. Oh, Pierre, there you are. I figured you'd be the best person to contact given such a strange phenomenon. You are the foremost expert on ley lines within not only the Epoch Corporation, but the Orion region after all. Yeah, about that. I think I've been more or less, terminated. Fired. They probably would fire you from a cannon if they could. From the Epoch Corporation. I'm aware, hence why I wanted to reach out to you where none of the Epoch Corporation would see you. Even if you are no longer employed by the corporation, no other scientist in their employ is going to come close to your knowledge. The glazing is crazy. I don't know what you did to piss off management so much that they would fire you of all people, but believe me when I say they're in a bit of a panic right now without you to help them out. Claude has been getting bombarded with inquiries on the ley lines, and he has no one to turn to because he was always reliant on you. Brace myself for this. Schadenfreude? That sounded close enough, right? I'll give myself credit for that. That sounds German. I get when I see Claude called out as being the imposter that he is. So vindicating. What? Schadenfreude. It's German for pleasure derived by someone from another's misfortune. Enjoying other people's misery. Just say that. Artie, remember when I told you to read a book? I was serious. Okay, but to be fair, he can't read German, right? You can tell him to read a book, but he's gonna read a book probably in English, right? Because that's the language he can read. Come on now. Anyway, you were saying, Pierre? Should I be defending Artie? No, probably not, actually. Go read a book. Well, in your absence, it might help you to know that a few of the ley lines have moved. You're aware. My field assistants and I just finished conducting some experiments. I went underwater so many times, and concluded another one near Route 8A had similarly moved. Ha! I knew I was right to contact you. Well, you should also know that one near here has moved, and it just so happened to be the one where we had an open mine. One day, we were mining away happily, and the next, the ley line node had disappeared completely. So naturally, as soon as we discovered that the entire source of the ley line energy we were mining had disappeared, like it was never there, we started emailing corporate to alert them. Interestingly, some other mines have been impacted by the sudden movement, but not all. Corporate has been scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on, and Claude's been taking all the heat because he's the lead scientist now after all. And, of course, he has no idea what's going on. So, here I am, unauthorized as I might be, reaching out to you to help. Help, yeah, I'm not exactly getting paid an atrociously high salary anymore, so I have nothing vested in helping the Epoch Corporation figure out what's going on. But this has become an intellectual curiosity that I wish to get to the bottom of, and you were my friend long before we became co-workers, so I'll help you. Can you tell me anything else about the ley line that moved? As I was saying, we had one in the ground beneath where Mensa Village floats, so of it suddenly disappearing. We went to try and figure out where it had gone, and I found it in the caverns of Rhea. Interesting. Caverns, huh? I'm already thinking about the types that are going to be coming up of like, ooh, are we going to see rock and ground types? Are we going to see cosmic types? Emphasis on I. The Epoch Corporation doesn't know it's up here. Oh, well, if you found it, what do you need me for? Well, for one, why did it move? Who or what moved it? Bombs. Is it going to move again? I remember very clearly what you told me when we first went down this venture. Ley lines do not just get up and walk away. There's anyone that can help me figure out what's going on, it's you. This is good context. However, I want to see it for myself. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I need to conduct some experiments. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna be us, isn't it? We're the people that go with the tools. Take the path southeast of Mensa Village. The caverns of Rhea are at the end of Route 7B. Okay, got it. A lot of text. A lot of text. Luxxra. Welcome to Mensa Village, my friend, the home of magic and mystery. Speak to me if you would like to know more about Mensa Village. Sure. Magic? Have you never run into a psychic Pokemon, my friend? The psychic type broadly extends to include magic users as well, such as the trusty T Murkrow beside me. Magic has always been there in Pokemon, you just haven't bothered to look. That's kind of true. I mean, most animals don't generate giant flamethrowers or, you know, summon down meteors from the sky with, you know, like Draco Meteor and stuff. That's magic. That is. So, you know. Points of interest. 2 main claims to fame. The first is our weather center. And the second... And Furfrou, of course. They're big fans of that puppy. Second point of interest is the caverns of Rhea. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, the points we were just basically told about, that's fine. We'll just skim through a couple of these because I'm getting tired of reading already. I do feel like there is so much text in this game. We do have side quests, though, that I will read. Arcturus. Howdy, friend. You look like you have an eye for treasure. Would you like to help yourself to some treasure? Yes.
Well, do I have the lead for you? Even before the caverns of Freya had all these sudden crystal protrusions emerge out of nowhere, it was chock full of minerals. You just had to look hard or use a charcoal to sniff them out for you. But now it's become so easy because certain species are attracted to large crystalline formations and can outright direct you to where the motherlode can be found, specifically Fortress and T-Magnetons. That's where I could use your help. You see, I'm looking for some specific kind of minerals, the kind that only come from either Fortress or T-Magnetons. You'll be able to help me recover some of the minerals from them in the caves. You want me to go and murder Fortress? Okay, so sure. They'll likely put up a fight before they give you the minerals. Yep, okay, so we just KO them. Fine, that's nice and simple. Where is this Weather Institute? Shall we head over there? We have good old Driftbloom Transport. We have goodies in here. No goodies. Nothing in the trash. I did have a video in my YouTube recommended that was titled something like, how worth it is it to interact with all of the trash cans across every Pokemon game. I did not click the video because I will not be stopped, okay? I don't care if it's not worth it to click on all the trash cans. I'm going to click on them, okay? Because it brings me that tiny bit of joy whenever I do find one singular item, okay? So I will do it, but I did have that in my YouTube recommended. I was a little bit curious because I imagine it's probably not worth it overall. You must be wondering how I got here, don't you, Carlos? Ugh. Hello, Stalker. You've taken 9 rides on the Driftbloom. Why do you know that? Of course, it's only sensible to track usage data on your customers. Now, don't tell her where you got this from, but let me give you this so you don't have to pay a fee anymore. There we go. I was assuming that was going to be a thing that I would get once I had done it so many times, not from our Stalker. But okay. Okay, I'm happy. That is something I wanted. That gives me more freedom in going back to go and like relearn moves and go back to the IV increaser and stuff like that. Orion question man. Give you a Orion? We're not in Orion, we're in Mensa. I shall give you a prize if you can answer my series of questions. What do you say? Cool. The ability Unbreakable prevents stat loss of what stat? I would assume defense and special defense, if not physical defense, probably. One of these bottom two. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go with defense. Yep, okay. I assumed it was something to do with physical defense. I was hoping it'd be both, because the ability would be better that way. The next question is as follows. What is the base power of the physical sound type move, Shatter? I don't know if I've seen this move a single time, which makes me feel like it's on the higher end, because I haven't seen it yet. If it was a 60 base power move, I'd probably have seen it. I'm gonna go with 100. Okay, I'm gonna go with 140. I'm going big or going home. I'm going home. Tragic. Oop, clicking too quickly. Defense. Okay, I'm going with 75 because I still feel like I would have seen it. Okay, it's 75. All right, sure. It also has the added effect of breaking any... Oh, it's Brick Break. Okay, sure. Besides Space Form, how many unique forms does Furfrou have? 5? Go big or go home? Go big or go home. 6. Okay. It was gonna work at one point. Furfrou has 6 unique forms. Ash, Fog, Chilling, Dust, Storm, and Tornado. Nice. I'm mildly interested, actually. For guessing correctly, you win a fabulous prize. 5 Super Balls. Good. 5 Quick Balls. Good. 5 Timer Balls. Really good. Okay. That is very, very good. I feel like I've been past one of those before that I didn't interact with, maybe. I will never use gems. I will never use gems. Okay, wait, are you gonna give me them for free? I will accept them for free, but I will never use them. What do you do? Specialty berry farmer. I have some novelty berries that I cultivate. Okay, what berries do you have? Ooh. Salac berries. I'm gonna buy 5 Salac berries. Salac berries are actually very, very good. I genuinely think Salac berries are such a good item, and I never use them. They are good, though. Okay. Staff berries can be very good, but they can also be completely worthless, which I don't love. Custap berries are really good if your Pokemon has Sturdy.
the joys of running like an Aggron with Stealth Rocks and then going down to Sturdy and then Custap Berry and then like destroying something with like a Stone Edge or an Explosion or something does bring me joy, but we're not really running anything that would make sense for that. You also a Berry Farmer? You are also a Berry Farmer. Your defensive weakening stuff, I'm not going to use them, let's be real. You give eggs, sound type, yes, I will accept that. Thank you. Very nice. You're the XP person, and then we have you, who's the other special thing. Evolution Stone Vendor. I have every Evolution Stone available for sale. Oh. This is good. Okay, I want to make sure I have one of every stone. So we will do that for sure. Windstone. There is a lot more stones here than I realized. Stone, Royal Stone, Humming Stone. I think that's what we need for our Eevee. We want to put Eevee back on the team, which we might. We might put Eevee back on the team. And then Shiny Stone we have. Okay. That gives us one of every stone. I'm pretty sure none of these Pokemon that we have with us right now can evolve, but we can do a very quick flick through and see if Abel pops up on any of these. These should all be fully evolved, to my knowledge of ordinary Pokemon. Okay, all right, that is the case. We could go and get ourselves the Sound Eevee. I'm very curious, actually, as to whether this Eevee has any other forms that we couldn't see before, or is it just the free stones that we had the options of? Can't use Firestone, Thunderstone. Okay, we can use a Moonstone. Interesting. Use a Dawnstone. Moonstone, Dawnstone was Galaxion and Osmion, maybe? Use a Humming Stone, which was Sound. Okay, so it is just those three. Okay, I am remembering correctly. I'm gonna hold off for just a second because we'd have to level it anyway, but I might get myself the Sound type Eevee because we are lacking Sound typing. I do kind of want to check a bunch of these to see if anything else can evolve with a stone, but we won't do that right now. Now, let's go ahead and continue exploring the city because there's a lot of other stuff still to be done. You are nothing. I still want to go to the weather center, but I haven't gone there yet, so I do want to head back up. I don't want to accidentally bring myself into a triple triad fight, so I'm paying a little bit of attention. I haven't forgotten. These people love that. Though I'll admit, I haven't seen it as much since I've gotten to these later villages. Feels like people have just sort of stopped playing it, which is interesting. Of course, there's going to be one in this house specifically, because I just said that. Right? Right? A float stone. Okay. Not as good as an evolution stone. Not quite as impressive. No triple triad stuff. Weird. Really kind of just stopped. Another building. Ew, Aridos. Gross. Get that away from me. I do not want to see that. T-Boldor for either Magma or T-Gothorita for one. Okay, interesting. There's the triple triad. Okay, I knew it was going to be somewhere. Okay, I was keeping my eye out. I haven't forgotten about that horrible game that I never want to see again. Have we been pretty much everywhere? Oh, the Weather Institute was right up here. Okay, the area that I ignored right at the beginning. Just there was a zoom lens. Do I have anyone that would care about accuracy? I don't think so. I think I'm running pretty much fully accurate moves on everyone. I guess Grass Whistle being more accurate could be very strong. That is the only move I am running that is not 100% accuracy, I believe. However, I do also like having the Miracle Seed because we do have some really powerful grass-type moves, so we'll see. What a dreamy place. Do you want to try and prank him? No, we're doing good guy route because I'm a fool and I didn't take the fun route. Professor Rowan? I mean, Neil? Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Mensa Village Weather Center. I'm the research lead of this establishment. My colleagues and I are involved in various aspects of meteorology, climate, and atmosphere-related fields of science. Alongside our trusted Furfrous, we conduct our research and help disseminate our finds to the rest of the Orion region. Would you like to learn more about Furfrous? If so, I would issue you a challenge. Okay.
6 of my colleagues in this weather place have their own Furfrou. You can choose to fight each of them in a battle to learn more about the different forms of Furfrou. If you're successful in a fight, return to me and I shall give you a reward. I would love to, honestly. I kind of want to. Do I want to give the Furfrou a poke tree? Maybe I don't need to do the side quest to get a Furfrou. Maybe I can just feed one, which we will do. Furfrou says, what a well-trained dog. Am I gonna get it eventually if I keep feeding it treats? I'll do free. I'll do free. Free. Okay, I don't think we're getting it. That's kind of tragic. What a waste. Have you heard of the weather Pokemon Furfrou? It has 6 different forms, and it's original for a total of 7. Okay, do you battle me? We have one Furfrou right here that is in its base form, a pure flying type. Pure flying type is also good typing. I have a dust form Furfrou. It is a ground flying type and has the ability Sound Stream. Would you like to see it in action? Hold. If it's a ground type, let's lead with our water type, shall we? Okay, sure, let's see it. I like the fact that they tell me. That's really kind, actually. Goofy looking creature. I don't love it. It looks kind of just like desert rubble, which I'm sure is what they're going for, don't get me wrong. Not my favorite appearance. I like the galaxy. If you want to change your Furfrou into its dust form, simply speak to my colleague near the form-changing machine. Okay. You're a move tutor, capable of teaching Pokemon Weather Ball. We don't have weather, so, you know, flying type move of strong winds. That's new. Cool. I mean, it gets added to our thing, I guess, so we don't have to actually worry about it. I have a tornado form, sound flying type. Okay, we definitely don't want to be leading with the Pokemon that is 4 times weak to sound. I feel like we can just go to Wellesley and Proton Crash it, right? Could be absolutely fine. Let's see this form. This is the Furfrou episode. That's the fancy swag Furfrou. Okay, alright, I see it. Electric is in fact not super effective like I thought it was. No reason not to fake out. Pretty good damage on the fake out though. Extreme speed probably just KOs. I don't even need to see what you do. Get bopped. Yep, just KO'd. Okay, alright, cool. How could you do that to my puppy? Yeah, that is pretty messed up actually when you think about it, but yeah. Sorry. Anyway, what form do you have? You have a Storm form. Electric? Electric flying and has the ability Drizzle. I like that. I feel like I would like Storm form. Leading with Wellesley wouldn't be bad per se. But let's let some other Pokemon get a chance to shine. Let's go to Comet. We have rock type moves. It does have Drizzle, so it might also have water type moves. This might be a terrible idea, but still, let's see. I like that. I like purple in general, but that is nice looking. We are just gonna Diamond Storm. And it just KOs. Okay, alright. These Furfrou are not impressing me so far. I like the appearance of that one, but they're all getting kind of bopped. You're the one that changes form. Yep, we don't have one yet. We're either going to get one from the side quest, or if I give this thing more Poké Treats. So I feel like we should do the side quest first, just in case I get nothing from the, the side. Just in case I get nothing from feeding more Poké Treats. I don't want to give it like 10 Poké Treats, and then it just sits there going, hey, I'm still sitting. Ice Furfrou has that long goat ear type thing going on, which is kind of weird. But I mean, 4 times super effective Diamond Storm, goodbye. Again, not my favorite. So far, the only one I really like is Storm form. But who knows? You have Fog, which is ghost flying. Let's go back to Wellesley for this one, because it'll be a super effective fake out. This one could be interesting as well. Oh, right, I forget. They get that 1 avoidance because of their ability. But still, super effective extreme speed should finish it up just fine. I don't love it. I don't love it. I have not been super impressed by any of these Furfrous. I have an Ash form, Fire flying with the ability Drought.
I'm also just going to go ahead and bring Comet back in because 4 times super effective rock move is a 4 times super effective rock move. So, I mean, that is just what we're going to click. I wanted to give everyone a chance, but obviously, you know, leading with a Delcatty that's a grass type isn't really going to be ideal. Yeah, I don't love that Furfrou either. I feel like it should be orange. You know, I know orange can be a very intense color on the eyes when not done right, but I mean, I guess it's ash. It fits. It fits. It's just, it's not my thing. Just not my thing. I'm a storm enjoyer, I guess. Finn? Man, one of these days, I'm going to click on one of those and it's going to be great. Well, let's see if we get one as a reward. Have you beaten all of my colleagues in a battle yet? Well done. I hope you learned something from your battles with my colleagues. Furfrou is a very versatile Pokemon. I've learned that they get destroyed by Diamond Storm, that's for sure. If you're thinking of making a weather-related team, inclusion of a Furfrou is a must. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Given your success, I wish to give you this as a prize. Catapult. I love the idea of him just giving me a medieval catapult that he just wheels out, like, congrats, I'm happy you also, like these puppies, have weaponry. Destroy your enemies. The user catapults itself onto the foe as a chance to raise the user's speed stat. Okay. Free flying gems, Cobra berries, 5k. Come back to the Mensa Village Weather Center at any time, my friend. I'm gonna give this thing 2 more Poke Treats, and I'm gonna bring it up to 5 total Poke Treats given, and we'll see if it joins us. I cannot give it any more. I don't think I'm getting it. I think I'm gonna have to go out and actually catch one in the wild. That's tragic. That's upsetting. Can I go down there? No, okay, I can't go down there. Well, what about you? Do you want to join me? No? Okay. Alright, well, that's a shame. For right now, though, I think this is where we're going to wrap things up for today, because 1, I'm overheating, because the UK is on fire again, and 2, I feel like I want to check a lot of these Pokemon to see if they have any evolutions they can have with evolution stones or anything like that, level some of these Pokemon up, and see if we have a Yanma as well. Do we have a Yanma? I don't think we have a Yanma. I'd be very interested in seeing if Lapras has an evolution. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, we also got the Shining Gabite. Yeah. I don't think we have a Yanma. So I might go back and grab a Yanma as well. Now that we can fly around freely, I can experiment a little bit more with going back to previous areas and catching some things that maybe I ignored at first, and going back and doing some of the side quests like the Fable thing a little bit easier, because it's not going to cost me any money. So we'll see about that. Right now, though, if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,